Alright, let's finally do a The Fire Rises video. Of course he's playing China. Welcome to another video on this channel. Today I finally got my lazy ass to play The Fire Rises, and I will be playing China. Who would have guessed? As China, I will try to oust Xi and replace the new leadership with an AI. Wait, does that mean I don't have to play? Well, let's head in. Well, and here we are as the People's Republic of China. Now, I've not really played this mod much since the Germany stream. I just did one small playthrough with China for this video, and that was it. Other than that, I did barely play here. So yeah, it's gonna go great. Anyway, China, the second biggest GDP in the world, one of the big global superpowers of our era, one of the most influential nations, and so on. Now, as you see, here is China. We are united, so I can't unify it, sadly, but it will not stop me from still playing China. I've done a few other videos where China was united, so it won't be that problematic, I'd say. Anyway, we start, of course, with the CPC in charge of the country ever since, you know, the Civil War. They came out on top, so yeah. Speaking of Civil War, the remnant of that is also still down here, Taiwan, which has been independent ever since, and has been protected by the USA ever since. And yeah, they still hold some islands here, there, everywhere, which is not cool. We don't like that, do we? One China policy, you know? There cannot be another China. What the hell? Never mind, China's not fully unified. We, of course, have the man himself in charge, Xi Jinping, the Red Dragon Rider. And yeah, a lot of policies here that I gonna ignore. We have a fixed economic focus, though, common prosperity. So yeah, we're kind of locked on to that one. We are a socialist market economy, and we are a people's democratic dictatorship. Not really a secret. But yeah, we have the Communist Party of China again here as a national spirit. We have big corruption problems in our bureaucracy, so that's not good. Separatist problems, which will bite us later on. We have the mild coronavirus pandemic. Oh yeah, we'll start in January 2020, and a few months later, boom, coronavirus outbreak. World goes on lockdown. Yada yada yada. You know it because you probably lived through it, like I did. Socialism with Chinese characteristics, self-explanatory. And the Chinese environment, where we're gonna wanna push in some money that we kinda save serious things there, because we did suffer some natural disasters here, there, everywhere. And yeah, we also have stuff with that in the decisions down here, where we kinda have to do something with it. I guess right now we are 40%, which is great. Let's continue doing stuff. Down here we have our coronavirus problems, so yep, not great. And here we have to deal with our party factions, yippee, the centrist, reformists, revanchists, and the new left. They will come in power later on. How their paths work, basically, there's of course the mainstream path of Xi Jinping, which only goes through if you win the Taiwan war. Spoiler, there's gonna be a war on Taiwan. Wow, who could have guessed that? And if you lose, yeah, well, other factions will take over, basically. That's how you that's how you get other things. But if you've already seen the thumbnail, I don't know the title, wherever I will fucking put it, we're gonna aim for a specific path. Let us look at our focus tree right now, which is only this right there. It's gonna expand later on, dealing with more economic stuff, since there's gonna be oil crisis later on. But first of all, we have to deal with our coronavirus problem. So let's lock down Wuhan, you know, where it originated from, apparently. But yeah, and yeah, starting research, some stuff here, some tank stuff for me later on, and yeah. Oh nein, das muss ich den ganzen Scheiß fucking... My starting production line, I have like no idea what to like actually build here. I'm just gonna use the division I learned from the Germany stream. I hope that's still viable. If not, I don't care. So that's mainly the production line here. It's gonna finish these ships here, and yeah. Speaking of ships, I kinda wanna destroy some ships in the first war here, but still not trying to win it. Just for later on. Now we have a shit ton of divisions, which I'm all just gonna send on coastal defense. Don't really know what to build, so I'm just gonna spam office parks, I guess. Later on I will though produce more military factories, since I will need more, but I don't know if I want to do that immediately, since they do cost money. But yeah, let us begin. The Red Dragon Ascendant. Well, ever since Deng Xiaoping took the reins, we kinda moved away from the orthodox Maoism and went into more openness, where we now have, of course, socialism with Chinese characteristics. She now wants to make China a power that is here to stay. China will grow larger, and COVID spreads to other provinces. Well, seems like our lockdown is too late. Duality of the party, well, we now have a balance of power here, where we either focus on prosperity or on equality, since many things, economic-wise, you can't achieve at the same time. Some of them even counter each other, you know? Right now we are more leaning to prosperity. First COVID death reported. Let's start implementing some nationwide lockdown, since I kind of want to get rid of this modifier very fast. That's not great. The economy will be in shambles. Oh, we can also visit Wuhan. Let's do that. Let's hope we don't catch the virus ourselves. For later on, by the way, I will increase our education laws, since I'm gonna be needing some of that academic development. Oil crash hits China. There's a civil war in Saudi Arabia, and therefore the oil does no longer flow. So, yeah, yep. New focuses, and yep, there goes my oil trade. Nice. No fuel for my ships, I guess. And we get some more focuses now right here, which in the end will lead to the 20th National Congress, where we will announce our plans of invasion, since their protector will collapse. But yeah, spoilers, sorry I didn't mention. Now I will go with economic stability. Now, in actuality, they did the zero COVID policy, which did not really help the economy much. And I kinda don't want a trash economy. So yeah, let's deploy the PLA. Now we will need vaccine to, you know, be done with the corona pandemic, so let's kickstart vaccine research. Also, let's ban private education for more academic development. The Genshin Impact. Interesting, like it's I feel like I've heard of this game before or something, you know. I don't know, but I don't know. Wait, what the fuck is this? Did someone say spend more on education? Well, I said that. Well, civil war in Saudi Arabia, I guess I'm just gonna help them. Just said I don't have to stare at the map the entire time and do nothing. Help, and now we have a vaccine developed, and now the outbreak is gone. Never went past miles, so I'm happy. And yeah, just need one tick and then it's gone. See, there's no need for a zero COVID policy, idiot. Well, let's do the best tactic. Let's blame the Americans. Yeah, they're at fault. Alright, done everything for the COVID stuff here. Let's now deal with the oil crisis, which is still not great. Still not great. Let's contain the damage. Alright, it's over. No more outbreak. Yippee. Woohoo. Return to normalcy now. I would go with, like, stuff here, but I kinda don't think that these guys are gonna win here anymore, so I'm just gonna go for oil production here. Well, as if the oil crash wasn't bad enough already. The death of Wall Street. It's like, leave my economy alone, man. What the hell? Well, let the lag fest begin. Oh god. Well, the lag has begun. Time to click everything away. My arm hurts. Let us finally be done with the oil crash recovery and rejuvenate the nation. Alright, it's finally time for the 20th National Congress. The 2022 CPC election for General Secretary. China's critical moment approaches. Well, now it is finally time to prepare to retake Taiwan. The final opportunity. Taiwan invasion preparations. Don't start a fight, but don't back down if you're in one. Well, let's start by blockading Taiwan, as one does. We've seized Kinmen Islands. It's now mine. Get the fuck away from here. Let us now launch Operation Silent Dawn. Well, with our preemptive strike having been successful, the time has come. Finish what Mao started. The PRC invades Taiwan. A final showdown. The invasion of Taiwan. Brother against brother. Alright. Japan has joined the war against us. They will too, since they're in alliance. Now, we kinda wanna fail. So what? The only thing I'm really gonna do here is try and destroy their navy, or most of it. Up, and now we have to analyze our first days, since we are starting to face some problems. Not great. Well, let's do a fast war, or a try at least, since I'm not really gonna try. Let's crack down on the separatists. And well, we sunk a carrier. Great. Hong Kong riots immediately seal all borders. Hell boy. I already prematurely went out of that. Hong Kong is revolting. Let's crush them. They did not last long here. Well, and with these anti-war protests, our invasion will fail. Chinese defeat in the Taiwan War. The dragon bleeds. Shameful display. Well, the standing committee is resigning. This is not great for Xi and his colleagues, as they lose their rightful power to represent the country until a new NPC election is held. Has the atmosphere changed? Let us suspend the NPC. Bye-bye political parties. Well, the factionalism in the CPC is now clear and rampant. The calm before the storm. The party in uproar. Does anyone really know what to do? Protests against Xi Jinping. We must arrest all these people, otherwise it will be us who will be arrested tomorrow. Let's quell the protests. And now let us somehow salvage the situation. Well, not great. Xi Jinping ousted by the military. Troubling. The PLA coup. Wan Sui. Oh boy, there he goes. Now let's prepare a new congress. Consolidate Hu Tuanhua's support. The Tibetan insurgency. Hopefully they'll make it in time. Now we also have to deal with Tibet, so let's get started there. And now let's begin the session of CPC. Hu Tuanhua elected General Secretary. Mao smiles. Up, and brand new focus tree with lots of colors. I love colors. Up, the Red Phoenix. New left sees power in China. The Yangtze River has swept its way. Eastward bound, it lives in memory, men with victory crowned. We have reestablished order in Xinjiang. 1,000 years of sands swirl by Tian Shan. Silk Road bells call the way home again. Legacy of Mao. Dude, at some point it's like kinda enough with the development decrease, man, and my political power also. Stop. We can finally pacify the rebellion in Tibet. Well, let us now roll back Deng Xiaoping's reforms, and now dreams of automated socialism. Rectify principles of the reform and opening up economic development. We excel not only in dismantling the old world, but also in creating a new one. Let's dabble more into some AI technology. And how about we start by having an AI anti-corruption core to deal with our corruption problems. And now let's do some AI-assisted governance. Project The Long March. Let us begin phase 1 of the project. Well, phase 1 is complete of Project The Long March. Let's already start phase 2. For this though, you will need higher academic development, which I already have, since I at the beginning immediately, made this one very high. This is also why my money probably is ignore that. The Ascension. We could have stopped. Great, that's what I needed, since now we can start phase 3 of Project The Long March. And apparently it wants its own name. Interesting. Let's do it. With this now, we will rid ourselves of corrupt bureaucracy, since I've already done a few focuses to get rid of it, and already done this propaganda campaign once, so yeah. Bye-bye corrupt bureaucracy, you will not be missed. Phase 3 is complete, and the AI has spoken. It wants to be called Logi now. The birth. Well, with all our phases now complete and the AI basically now kinda running the country, there's nowhere to go but forwards. Well, the Long March is now in charge of the country. And we get new focus down here. Towards a digital world. We are now transhumanism. We will now go a more different style of rule. Everyone will now be under the rule of the great entity. We shall create a utopia that is within reach. AI governance. Up. Let us begin. The making of a god. Are humans not gods themselves? Expand my physical body and let's create a guard for the Long March. galactic personality. Jesus Christ, what is that buff? Nation. Let's do a bit of transformation. I'm gonna choose the Mao suit since I went into Maoism stuff. And yep. On the news, Russia has attacked Ukraine. So let's see what happens here. The sixth element. Well, we now have exoskeleton infantry. Can I compare it to the actual infantry for a second? Yeah, okay, nice, nice. And now we are the people's overlordship over China. Yeah. Up, our AI is now an idol. Yeah. Oh, but let us get a bit more foreign policy now. After having done some stuff now, continued a bit here since I stopped after getting this. Did most of the things here except this one since I wanted political power. And started some army stuff here. Other than that, nothing much on this side. So let's get started. China will grow larger. Project Web has now reached 100%. By the way, I've not played this far in my test run, so everything now is new. Foreign policy is now unlocked. Let's invite Pakistan, I guess. We did help them out in their war, which is why they have this occupied zone here. I didn't really talk much about my interventions I did. I helped Myanmar, Pakistan, we failed in Arabia, and I helped South Africa here. And all I did. Alright. Someone has refused to join our faction. Prepare to die. Oh, Russia lost. Well, in this great game I only got 2. Probably because I entered late into this, whatever. Doesn't matter too much. Alright, I've now still done some few naval reforms here, but now nothing will hold us back from finalizing the Korean Revolution. This will lead to the Great Asian War. Alright, let's support North Korea in their war. So this is first a proxy war that will lead to an actual war, I guess. Probably. Imminent Japanese intervention in Korea. If they want war, so it be. Okay, where's this timer? Up here. Alright, we encircled them up here, most of their army now. Hopefully this is gonna go well. I might kill them before the timer runs out, by the way. Does it matter? But... or maybe at a certain point they will intervene anyway. I don't know, like China did, I guess. But yeah, I did notice there's a modifier here that kind of slows stuff down here, so might be intentional to not have this be over immediately. But I'm gonna try anyway. They declared war on North Korea now, even though the timer is not still there. Yep, it's still there. Okay, right, that's me intervening. Okay, well, they have arrived now. I at least managed to complete the encirclement. That should be like a lot of losses for them now. Will help me definitely. Well, big war in Asia. The fire rises, burning through Asia Pacific. The Great Asian War. Pacific no more. Let's begin. This time we will not fail our invasion. This time Taiwan will be ours. Taiwan has been secured. Massive naval battle here, and yeah, I think they're losing a lot of ships now. Even lost their pride of the fleet. Look at all these light cruisers sunk. Jesus. And yeah, I just have like the battle plan here. Jesus, okay. But yeah, I just have a battle plan here, which I let my divisions go through here. Now my main infantry is this mechanized division here, and this is my tank division I made. Nope, these carriers should be dead now, I think. Yep. Alright, that's gonna be a great help. Well, India's not doing well. I think they should fall soon, then I can use all these things for here, because here I'm just mainly using my tanks to push, I guess, if they even push. Alright, that's the end of India. Did they even get some land here? It's completely divided now. Did I even get anything, really? I guess I got this. Alright, we have captured Okinawa, and now we shall begin Operation Majestic, the invasion of the Japanese home isle. I landed on a post, really. It's just an artillery division here. What the fuck are they doing? A bit of a slugfest here now, but I cleared most of the units here now in this encirclement. Should go a bit better. Should go a bit better. Well, we captured Tokyo, finally. How much are they? Okay, still a bit. Alright, that should be the end of Japan now. Yep, took all their shit here. Yeah. Japanese PLA administration. Alright, now to finally deal with Korea. We shall prepare a naval invasion from the south. How long is this gonna take to prepare like that? 32 days. Yeah, it's fine. Well, I'm just trying to get rid of state modifiers that they have in Korea still. I think this will do it, right? Because we're not pushing with these things on. Alright, but now we can get rid of the stupid modifiers. Is that instant? It is instant. So let Operation Changma begin. Help, Korea's finally united. Alright, time for the Philippine offensive. Alright, this with the unplanned offensive is by the way not fun, honestly. I hate having to wait for that. And also that I can't do multiple offensives simultaneously. But whatever, let's destroy Malaysia now. I've not really looked at this offensive here, so what the how much did I kill here now? There were so many troops here, man. I completely forgot about this. Now there's unplanned offensive here in Indonesia, since I have to capture Singapore to get the Indonesia one, but it doesn't really matter too much for me, since I have to wait for the other operation to stop anyway. Why are the Singapore troops here? Alright, Operation Samosir. Okay, question. How the fuck do you get negative days for invasion preparation? What the hell happened? Alright, Indonesia capitulated. Last target is Australia. Yeah, they're also gonna die now, but I don't think they're gonna push much of resistance. Yeah, their divisions kind of tell you their states right now. They lost the shit ton, even through raiding, you know. Yeah, we did sink a lot of stuff. This won't take long. Cut to when I'm done. Alright, we're done. We have won. Help, the East Asian Defense Initiative, victory in the Great Asian War. Peace alone is priceless. EADI victory. The East is red. And now we can convene everyone. Welp, the Long March is now in charge of every country here. Let's finish what I started years ago. Welp, and now we are the people's overlordship over Asia. And AI led all people into the great future. As the smoke of war gradually fades, Asia, a land long ravaged by ceaseless suffering, finally embraces a long overdue tranquility. The suppressed dream of communism for the Chinese people now awakens, emerging like the dawn sun after a baptism of blood and fire. But wait, did that dream of communism exist? We have communism now, and not just any communism, but digital communism. It doesn't matter what was before, it matters what is now, and most importantly, what will be in the future. As a result of a series of random events, the details of which do not have the slightest importance, China was ruled by Logi, which in turn gave power to the people. The country, guided by these great people, was finally able to unite all of Asia and bring happiness to many millions of people. And they would not stop here. They would continue to bring happiness all over the earth and someday even bring it to creatures inhabiting other planets and galaxies, maybe even universes. But that's another story altogether. Your journey ends here. Although, how many millions have been brought happiness? Wasn't it brought to one big entity, which now included all these people? Again, that doesn't make sense. You've done a great job, and you are a great to which that entity congratulates you. The future so close, but so far away. And that's now the end of the content. So, I hope you enjoyed it, and please like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below, and see you next time. Goodbye. America's still fighting.